Welcome back, radiant soul of the stars. I'm Luna Celestine, and if these words have found their way to you now, know that it is not by accident. You've been called to hear something sacred, something stirring deep within the fabric of the cosmos and the marrow of your own being, because on May 17th, 2025, the sky will crack open in rare celestial alignment, and your soul will feel it. This is not just another astrological forecast. This is a cosmic event decades in the making. Uranus Cazimi, the great awakener, entering the heart of the sun, is returning to Taurus one final time in our lifetime, and then it will vanish for over 80 years. The universe does not offer this kind of rarity without purpose. What's approaching is not a gentle breeze, it is a surge of electric truth, an inner lightning that will pierce through every illusion you've outgrown. You may already feel it, the strange dreams, the flickering lights, the sense that something invisible is shifting just beneath the surface of your life. That's not imagination, it's preparation. You are being energetically recalibrated, attuned to a higher frequency, one that will demand both courage and clarity in the days to come. Because this Uranus Cazimi is not just an alignment, it is an activation, a cosmic code awakening the parts of you that have been dormant, silent, waiting. And in this transmission, I'll guide you through the emotional, physical, and spiritual signs that you're already feeling, the inner shadow trying to rise, and how to move through this portal, not with fear, but with fierce, radiant presence. So take a breath, sacred one, and let's step together into what the stars have been waiting to show you. Let me guide you deeper, beloved one, into the sacred heart of this rare celestial phenomenon, Uranus Cazimi. When we say that Uranus is Cazimi, we mean it is entering the very core of the sun, less than 1 degree apart, a place in astrology known as the throne room. It is here that a planet is not merely aligned with the sun, but swallowed by its light, baptized in solar fire. Most people live their whole lives without ever consciously experiencing this kind of union. But now, in our lifetime, Uranus, the planet of awakening, rebellion, and divine disruption, is stepping into that sacred center. And you, dear soul, are here to receive what it brings. I often describe it this way. Imagine a bolt of lightning, not striking a tree or a mountain, but your spirit, not to destroy, but to ignite. That's what Uranus Cazimi does. It doesn't ask for permission. It doesn't move slowly. It arrives with sudden clarity, often after years of inner confusion. You may not even realize how much you've outgrown until this cosmic electricity makes it impossible to stay the same. This isn't about chaos for the sake of chaos. Uranus, when seated in the heart of the sun, acts as a divine architect, tearing down false structures, outdated beliefs, and inherited patterns that no longer serve your becoming. It draws a new map, energetically and spiritually, a map where the outdated lines of duty, fear, and performance begin to dissolve, and a more authentic, sovereign path begins to emerge, one that belongs only to you. For those of us who have felt trapped by routines, by rules, by the pressure to be someone we never truly were, this is liberation. But it's not always comfortable. The truth never is, especially when it shatters our old identities. And yet, there is a beauty in this kind of breaking. It's the kind of break that lets the light in. I've seen it many times. The moment someone's inner fire is relit, not by ambition, but by cosmic remembering, by the soul saying, "This is not who I came here to be," that moment often follows a Uranus Cazimi. And if you're listening now, I believe that moment is near for you too. So allow this energy to touch the parts of you that feel stuck, numb, or forgotten. You don't need to force anything. The alignment is already happening. Your only task is to remain awake and willing to let go of who you think you're supposed to be in order to become who you truly are. Let's speak now of the whispers your body may already be hearing, the subtle yet undeniable signals that something greater is underway. For those of us who are energetically sensitive, and that may include you, whether you realize it or not, the days surrounding a Uranus Cazimi can feel strangely electric, and I mean that quite literally. You may find yourself walking into a room only for the lights to flicker. Your phone might freeze unexpectedly in your hands, or perhaps, as you drift towards sleep, you felt sudden jolts of energy shoot through your body, like tiny lightning bolts without any visible source. These are not malfunctions. They are messages. During a Uranus Cazimi, your energy field, your personal vibrational signature, is being retuned to a higher frequency. Uranus governs electricity, the nervous system, and higher consciousness. When it enters the heart of the sun, your soul begins receiving downloads it's never processed before. This can manifest in your physical body as restlessness, buzzing sensations, or even the inability to fall. You might notice your sleep rhythm shift. Many report waking suddenly between 2 and 4 a.m. Allinger WY. And what's happening is a spirit and tekra. Please, don't rush to silence these symptoms. Don't reach for quick fixes or numb the discomfort with noise, food, or distractions. Instead, be still. Breathe with the sensations. Ask them what they need. You may be surprised at what your own body is ready to reveal, because here's the truth I've learned again and again. Your body always knows before your mind catches up. And in moments like these, when the cosmos itself is sending a direct pulse of change, your physical form becomes the antenna. Trust it, tend to it, and above all, listen to it. Let us now turn inward, not just into the body, but into the deeper, more hidden chambers of the self. Because as Uranus meets the sun in Cazimi, it doesn't only awaken your potential, it also stirs your shadows. You may find, in the days surrounding this cosmic event, that emotions rise not gently, but fiercely. One moment you're clear and grounded, the next, a surge of frustration, rebellion, or even sadness rushes in without warning. Old wounds may reopen, long-buried anger might resurface. You may feel the sudden urge to quit your job, cut off a relationship, or tear down what you've spent years building. This is not because you're failing, it's because your shadow self has been activated. The shadow is not your enemy. It is the part of you that holds unprocessed pain, unmet needs, and suppressed desires. When Uranus floods the system with cosmic electricity, those hidden layers get illuminated, not to punish you, but to invite healing. But here is the truth many overlook. When that shadow speaks, it can sound like freedom. Burn it all down, it whispers. Start over. And sometimes that voice holds wisdom, but other times, it's fear in disguise. This is where your discernment becomes sacred. In the heat of this Uranian fire, you must ask yourself, is this a call from my higher self or a scream from my wounded self? Am I breaking free or simply reacting to pressure? Am I stepping toward truth or running from discomfort? It is especially important, I say this with deep care, not to make impulsive decisions under this influence, especially in the realms of love, money, and long-term commitments. Uranus can distort perception, making temporary feelings seem permanent. You might feel certain that a connection is meant to end, or that a new person is the one after just a spark. You may be tempted to break contracts and collaborations, or make large financial shifts out of sheer emotional intensity. But know this, lightning strikes quickly, but it leaves a mark. The cosmos is not asking you to act in haste. It is asking you to see, to witness what is no longer aligned, yes, but not to destroy it blindly. Let clarity arrive after the storm, not in the middle of it. So if your emotions feel louder than usual, if your inner world feels like it's spinning or cracking open, be gentle. Be still. Let the revelations settle before you choose your next step, because this isn't just a time of destruction, it's a portal to evolution. And true evolution requires patience, honesty, and the courage to move forward consciously, not reactively. To truly receive the medicine of Uranus Cazimi, we must become receptive vessels, not busybodies. The energy coming in is not subtle, it's powerful, electric, and deeply transformative. But to harness it with grace, you must learn how to create space for it. The first and most vital invitation is to carve out silence. In the days leading up to May 17th, step away from the noise. Limit your exposure to crowded places, loud environments, and even the overstimulation of social media. You are not being called to disconnect from the world out of fear, but to reconnect with your inner world in reverence. Nature, solitude, soft music, meditation, stillness. These are not luxuries during this time, they are necessary sanctuaries. Because when the universe speaks, it rarely shouts. It whispers, and you'll need quiet to hear what it's trying to say. Second, come back to the earth. Uranus rules electricity, the upper chakras, the mental and energetic realms. But this Cazimi is happening in Taurus, an earth sign that demands embodiment. Grounding is more than a trend. It's your anchor in times of cosmic acceleration. Walk barefoot on grass. Let your hands touch soil, stone, bark. Eat root vegetables, foods that grow beneath the surface, to stabilize your inner terrain. Let your breath drop from your head to your belly. You are being upgraded spiritually, yes, but your body is the temple that must hold that frequency. Third, treat your intuition as sacred. Flashes of insight, sudden ideas, messages and dreams. These are not random. They are downloads from the divine, encoded with guidance meant just for you. Keep a journal nearby at all times. When something stirs in your heart or flickers through your mind, write it down immediately. Don't assume you'll remember. These transmissions move fast, and if not captured, they often vanish. Some of the greatest transformations begin as quiet whispers scribbled in the margins of an ordinary day. Finally, and most importantly, don't resist. The tingling in your limbs, the unease in your chest, the vivid dreams, the deep fatigue or sudden energy spikes. These are not symptoms to fix. They are signals to understand. What feels strange is often just unfamiliar, and what is unfamiliar is often just unlived truth beginning to surface. The worst thing you can do during this time is suppress what your spirit is trying to release. Trust the process. Trust yourself. Even the discomfort has purpose. Remember, beloved soul, Uranus Cazimi is not here to test you. It's here to awaken you. And awakening, while powerful, is always more graceful when met with stillness, presence, and deep self-trust. Let this be your invitation to turn inward and rise from the inside out. And now, let us speak of what comes after. Many imagine that once May 17th passes, life will return to normal, as if the sky resets and the surge disappears. But with the Uranus Cazimi, nothing ever truly returns. The alignment may be brief in astronomical time, but its echo will reverberate through your soul for weeks, even months. And the days following this transit, the spiritual aftermath, may surprise you in ways no horoscope could prepare you for. There is a phenomenon that some of us know intimately, the spiritual hangover. It's not dramatic, it's subtle but deep. After such an intense download of cosmic energy, your system may feel foggy, hypersensitive, or oddly out of sync with the world around you. You might feel drained, not because something went wrong, but because your consciousness has expanded and your body is still adjusting to hold that light. This is not a malfunction. This is integration. Be patient with yourself in this space. You are not meant to leap into action immediately. The days after the Cazimi are sacred ground, a time to let what was revealed begin to settle, to reorganize. You may feel the urge to reflect more than usual, to withdraw slightly, to sleep longer, or speak less. Honor that. Your soul is in recalibration mode. Then, as the end of May approaches, something begins to shift. The static clears. The insights you received, whether in the form of dreams, revelations, or inner knowings, start to root themselves into tangible change. A conversation you've been avoiding finds its moment. An opportunity that once seemed distant becomes visible. A decision that once felt terrifying suddenly feels necessary, even empowering. This is when you begin to see that May 17th wasn't just a moment. It was a turning point, a hinge in time, opening a door that will not close. For some, it may be the end of a job or a relationship that no longer aligned. For others, it may be the birth of an idea, a calling, a new way of being that could only emerge after the old structures began to shake. In the long view, when you look back months from now, you may find yourself saying, "That was the day I could no longer lie to myself. That was the day something ancient in me finally woke up and refused to fall back asleep." And so, beloved soul, as we stand on the other side of this cosmic threshold, remember this: you were never meant to walk through Uranus Cazimi unchanged. You were meant to be stirred, awakened, and yes, even unsettled. Because what's been stirred is not chaos, it's truth. What's been awakened is not your fear, it's your freedom. If this journey has left you feeling raw, uncertain, or wide open, that is not a weakness. That is the beginning of remembering. You are not lost. You are being realigned. And every flicker of insight, every restless night, every ripple in your emotional waters is proof that something sacred is unfolding within you. Let May 17th be more than a date. Let it be a portal. A vow you make to yourself that from this moment forward, you will no longer abandon your knowing, no longer silence your truth, no longer dim your frequency to fit inside a life that was never meant to hold your light. You are rising, not all at once, but steadily. And what's ahead of you is not a return to who you were. It is the unfolding of who you truly are. Thank you for sharing this space with me. If this message resonated with your heart, feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. I read every one. Until next time, take gentle care of your energy, stay close to your intuition, and as always,